Hi parents, Scott from Pocketbox here. Today I'm going to try and answer a question for you that I've seen asked a million times, and I watch the people at Mr. Toys and Toys R Us try and fumble around the answer, and you probably leave more confused than when you got there. And that is, how do I buy an EX card? I always see people walking into toy stores and stuff going, I want to buy an EX card. And unfortunately you can't just buy an EX card, because that would solve a lot of problems for a lot of people. EX cards are quite expensive, usually between 15 and 40 bucks depending on what EX card it is. And there's a couple of ways you can actually go about buying EX cards. One way is if your child wants a specific EX card and they want that card and no other card, the easiest way is to go on eBay and purchase it through there. I will pop a link in the description to my eBay store. Bear in mind, I'm pretty low on EX cards at the moment. I usually get quite a few boxes every wave, and the EX cards are the first thing to sell out, but there will be a new wave coming soon and I'll have tons more EX cards. Now, onto the other way. So if you don't want to buy the card separately and you actually want to purchase booster packs and things like that, that's the way to go. Now, first thing is, you won't get any EX cards in a theme deck. I'll show you a couple of different ways you can get EX cards, from sort of cheaper ways to more expensive ways, but the cheaper ways aren't necessarily the best cards, but they aren't fakes. So probably the cheapest way to get an EX card, if you can still get your hands on one of these, they'll probably bring some more out in a month or so for this year's World Championship, but these were the 2014 World Championship decks. So basically these weren't tournament legal, but what they were was, after the World Championship of the Pokemon cards, they released these, which were the decks that the people who won used. So this particular deck has a Mew EX in it, so it does have an EX card. It'll only set you back $25. You get a full deck of cards plus an EX card plus this cool little Pikachu pin as well. Only problem with this, they're not fake cards, but you can't use them to play in tournaments. So if your children are going to play, you know, a Saturday at the card shop and stuff, you can't use these cards in that deck. The next cheapest way to get an EX card, and this is tournament legal and everything else, is to go for these Double Crisis packs. Now, the Double Crisis packs, the Double Crisis cards are a bit hard to use in a deck because they work with each other. But why it's really easy to get an EX card in this and quite cheap is this pack is only retails from about $22 to $25 depending on where you go. Has 4 booster packs inside here, and it's only 28 cards in the set. So basically, because there's only 28 cards, every booster pack, no matter what booster pack it is, always has 1 rare card in it. Now, this being a 28 card set, it has 2 EX cards, which you can see Kyogre and Groudon on the front there. They're the EX cards in this set. And it only has about, I think, 4 or 5 rare cards total in the set, which means you've basically got like a 1 in 4, 1 in 5 chance to get one of these 2 rare cards, because there is only 4 rare cards and you've got 4 packets in here. So this is probably the cheapest way to legitimately get yourself a tournament legal EX card, but these cards aren't the greatest to use in the deck. Next option is to go for an Elite Trainer box. Elite Trainer boxes in Australia are $70, so they're not exactly cheap, and they don't have anything special in them in terms of boosters. They have normal booster packs in them. They're not special booster packs that guarantee you EX cards. They just have 8 normal booster packs in them. The upside to a Elite Trainer box is it comes with some really nice deck sleeves, comes with some damage counters, comes with some energy cards, stuff like that to help you play the game. But it doesn't come with a guaranteed EX card. And being that it's $70 for 8 booster packs, it's quite expensive, because you could buy 8 booster packs for $56. You just wouldn't get the deck sleeves and all and the pretty box and all that sort of stuff. The next way is booster packs. Now, this is probably, it could be the most expensive way, but it could also be cheap. It depends really on your luck. And that's the problem with EX cards, is there's short of going on eBay and buying them separately, which can be quite expensive if you want lots of them, there's no guaranteed way to go, I will get an EX card if I buy this thing. And that's the real pain for parents, is they just want to get an EX card because their child wants an EX card. They walk into the store and say, I want an EX card. Well, there's no, here, buy this, it's going to have an EX card in it. It just doesn't work like that. So with booster packs, basically, booster packs come in boxes of 36, and on average in each box of 36, usually 6 of those cards will have, 6 of those packs will have an EX card in it. But that's not guaranteed, it's not science, it's not law. You know, you won't buy every 6-pack, you won't get one. And even if you buy 6 packs, you won't necessarily get one. But that's about the average. So basically, if you're going to go and buy a booster pack to get an EX card, my suggestion would be to buy a minimum of 6. And, you know, some parents, maybe they'll buy 1 or 2 a week for their children, you know, because you don't want to spoil them and whatnot. But the better way to go is maybe buy 8 or 10 and only give them a couple each week, because the more you buy together, the more you're going to increase your chances of getting an EX card. If you buy 10 packs together, you're buying nearly half that box, and if there's 6 EX cards in that box and you're buying, you know, a third of that box, there's a good chance you're going to get an EX card. So yeah, that is the best way to go. Buying 1 or 2 packets at a time, you may never ever get an EX card, because there's only 6 of those packs in that box that are going to have an EX card, and you're just buying 1 here and 1 there. When you come back to the store the next time, they might be on a new box because they sell through quite quickly. So you may never ever get an EX card just buying 1s and 2s. I mean, you could get lucky and get an EX card, but the chances are very, very slim. So what I've done is I've got 6 booster packs just of Roaring Skies, and I'm going to open them for you. Now, the difference between this, and why I say this is the best way to go, is this is only a 28 card set, as I mentioned earlier. Roaring Skies is a 98 card set. Primal Clash, which was the one before Roaring Skies, is a 160 card set. And Ancient Origins, which is the newest one, I think, has got 100 cards in the set as well. So obviously, just by pure numbers, being that there's more cards, there's less chance you're going to get an EX card. So in the 6 packets I've opened, if you watched my earlier video, I explained how these work, so I'm not going to go through all that again. We'll just go straight to the rare card. So in this packet, I got a holographic Beautifly, but it's not an EX card. In my second packet, I got just a straight rare Talonflame, not an EX card. In my third packet, I got an Extended Art Dustox, but again, not an EX card. In my fourth packet, where are we? Here we go. I got a Standard Rare Articuno, again, not an EX card. In my fifth packet, there you go, there it is, a Shiny Rayquaza EX. So this card to buy on eBay would probably cost you about $20 at the moment. So these booster packs would cost you $36. So, you know, it's not a bad investment, but you can see still buying, if you just wanted that one card, it's still cheaper just to buy that one card off of eBay. And my last packet, I got a Benetti Extended Art Rare, and again, non-EX card. So you can see, and I didn't plan that, but it just worked out really, really well that in that 6 packets I got 1 EX card. The pros to booster pack buying versus buying the card singly is, right now with my 6 booster packs, I have ended up with 60 cards. If I was just to go on the eBay and buy just the EX card I wanted, I would only have 1 card. So obviously if your kids are really into Pokemon, 60 cards is better than 1, especially if it's 60 cards plus an EX card. I know it can be quite upsetting if you did get 6 packets and you didn't get an EX card, and that's where you've got to sort of weigh up what's going to work better for you. The other advantage to buying booster packs is you get these code cards as well. So these allow you to submit this code, which is on the reverse side here, online, and you can actually play the Pokemon trading card game online, which I think is quite a good thing, because when I went to school, when Pokemon cards first came out, after about 6 months they got banned because of all the problems they caused at school, so it was very hard to play with people. But with the online, it's exactly the same as the regular card game, and it's all done through Pokemon. It's not like a third-party company, so it's all got like measures in place to protect your kids and things like that, and they can play with anybody around the world. It's limited chat, so they're not going to get strange people talking to them. They're not going to have problems with, all that sort of stuff. So it is another advantage, I think, to buying booster packs, because it means that, now kids can play Pokemon not just on a Saturday when they go down to the card shop, but also during the week. They can practice, they can build decks, they can do all sorts of things on there as well. I might make a video about this and how it works a bit later for you as well. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. As I said, I'll put a link to my eBay store. I'll also add a link to my Facebook page, so if you want to ask me something a bit more personal, for yourself, or you want to buy some cards or anything like that, you can just inbox me directly through my Facebook. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.